Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, debt slaves, serfs, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks, illegal voters. I'm usefully welcome. So now Trump has signed an executive order to put it on federal voter registration forms that require proof of citizenship, either driver's license or a passport. And the press and the media are acting like this is a tumultuous event and that it's going to disenfranchise voters and that it's just this whole cataclysmic event. And I think it seems pretty straightforward to me that now on voter registration forms, you're going to have to state that you are a citizen and then provide some ID that you are a citizen. And that seems pretty fair. And they go back to the fact that there's already a federal law that prohibits illegals from voting. But as we've seen in election after election, there's a relatively large quantity of people who are illegal um, voting. And in fact, just recently, a court in New York struck down New York City's allowing illegals to vote in local elections there. So it does seem to be something that's a thing and it's out there. But this law seems like a no-brainer. It just seems like something that you would already assume it was done. So this isn't a big deal. And but we've had some legal challenges, and it just seems strange to me. In 2013, the Supreme Court voted 7-2 that Arizona couldn't require any stipulations about illegals voting in a state like Arizona that has a lot of illegals. So I don't really understand. It just seems to me that it would be perfectly legal, uh, since it's according to American law, that only citizens are allowed to vote. And so some of the objections, of course, are that 50% of Americans don't have a passport. But I assume that a driver's license would be acceptable, and most Americans should have a driver's license. And then they bring up the point that 69 million women have changed their name, and they may have difficulties in voting. But I don't really see that as an issue. Their name has changed, but they're still citizens, and if they declare on their voter registration form that they're citizens and have ID, there really shouldn't be any problems. And so according to the same statistics, 21 million Americans don't have any form of ID at all, and that perhaps is a problem. But it seems like to me that anybody that's functioning in American society right now, if they want to cash checks or buy liquor or anything else, they should have some form of ID. So I think if there's 21 million Americans that don't have any form of ID at all, then they need to get with the program. And if they can't even function enough to get a driver's license or a state ID, then maybe it should be problematic for them to vote. So, but that's just me. Like I say, to me it seems pretty common sense, as they say these days, that you declare on your voter registration form that you are a citizen. The other part of this that Trump has put into the executive orders too is that it's going to block states from accepting mail-in ballots after Election Day. And again, I'm not sure what the specifics are, but it does seem that on Election Day, all votes should be in, because if you allow mail-in ballots to keep trickling in past the Election Day, then you're just begging for some forms of fraud. And we've seen a lot of ballot harvesting and mail-in ballots that have been done fraudulently. So that seems like a common sense approach to things as well. So anyway, what I'm seeing as a pattern, of course, is that everything that Trump does, and this isn't sticking up for Trump, it's just the simple fact that everything he does, for some reason, is an outrage. It's going to disenfranchise Americans, it's going to wreck our election system and all the rest. And I think that's just hyperbole and selective outrage to me, to further all kinds of gauntlets so that only people who are citizens vote. Seems like a good thing. I'm useful idiot, don't you be one too?